Are you a happy person, like in general?
Am I what?
Are you a happy person? Because you always have a slight smile, but it's, are you a sad person?
No, I mean, I think things are funny,
right.
So I laugh a lot.
But that doesn't necessarily translate into, like, happiness on a...
if I'm laughing, I'm happy, I guess.
Where do you live?
I live in Southern California.
Do you have a nice house?
No, I live in a very small apartment.
You have an apartment?
Yes.
Oh. I'm surprised that you don't have, like, a big, you're Norm Macdonald.
Well, I don't like things.
Oh.
I never have.
Really?
No, I've always felt very burdened down by them.
Do you have a pet?
The only thing I can't throw away is when my child gets me a present.
Yes.
So I have those things, but otherwise I just have a...
How old is your kid?
A bed. What?
I don't just have a bed.
Well, I have
a coffee pot.
No, I don't.
A teapot?
No. I don't have... I always eat...
A microwave?
I always eat at Joe's Diner that's near my apartment.
Is this all true, or are you making this up?
No, you just can't tell because he's got that grin on his face.
No. So you bring a girl home or a friend over, and there's no place for what?
I don't have sex with girls or men.
Wait a minute, Norm Macdonald. Norm, you're a sexy dude.
Yeah, but I don't have...
And you never go out trolling.
I mean, I have had sex.
Well, I realize you're not a virgin. You've got a kid.
No.
When's the last time you had sex?
Probably 10 years ago.
Shut up.
Yeah, I have sex. I have sex like by masturbating.
Yes.
Yeah, but I find sex very repetitive and dull and kind of pointless.
Your kid. This is a bit.
No, it's not.
Norm Macdonald.
I had a lot of sex when I was a young man. When I was 19 or 20, I had a lot of sex, and it's just the same thing over and over.
Right. It feels really good. So start from the beginning and do it again. I mean, why would you?
Is it too much work doing with
ice cream? Eating ice cream is really good too until you're tired of it.
And the next day you try a different flavor. There's thousands of flavors of ice cream.
But not of women.
Do you go to hookers ever?
No, I've never been to a prostitute.
This attitude you have could be said for anything, though.
I know.
For anything.
You do more than once.
Anything.
Yeah, well, I don't do very much.
You just don't like people in general.
Yeah, you hate people.
Or you hate women.
Oh, no, I'm fascinated by people and by women. I'm just saying I don't need to...
But don't chicks throw themselves? I would think that after a show, you're hilarious. And
well, to tell you
like,
the truth,
I've always been fascinated.
To tell you the truth, I find sex to be a very filthy act.
Are you a germaphobe?
No, I don't mean
fluidophobe?
filthy. I mean filthy in the sense of shameful.
Really? Were you raised Catholic?
No.
Oh.
He's doing a bit.
No, I'm not doing a bit.
I find it really hard to believe you haven't had sex in 10 years.
I think I think that sex is shameful and that people have sex knowing that it's shameful. And again, it's like death. They just live in this fool's paradise where they pretend it's not. I mean, obviously, people don't have sex in public, so there must be some shame.
Some people do.
But it's
because you don't want to be caught in that compromise. You're not exactly at your most attractive when you're having sex. There's all these.
Well, there's social norms. You don't go
to
the bathroom in public either. But
Exactly.
I'm not ashamed of that.
Exactly. What?
I'm not ashamed of going to the bathroom. It's part of taking in to stay alive. You have to evacuate. I'm not ashamed of that. That just comes with the territory.
Of course, and you have to ejaculate too. But I evacuate and ejaculate in private. I don't evacuate in front of another person.
That's exactly what I'm saying. So you're not ashamed of it. You do it in order.
I am ashamed.
But he is ashamed of it. That's
why
what
I do
he's
it
saying.
alone. Do you evacuate in front of people?
No, but I'm saying I'm not ashamed. It's just not polite. It's not a social.
It's something that you share with somebody else. I mean, are you? Is it a fear of intimacy? Do you not let anybody too close?
No, I'm not afraid for them.
Who's your
I'm
best
worried
friend?
about them.
Who is your best friend?
My best friend.
Your best friend. Who do you call if you have a problem or something is going down in your life? Who do you call?
I don't. I try to look at life headlong. I feel,
are you telling me you don't have a confidant in your life that you call up and say, I'm not feeling too hot, someone to talk crap out with? Or...
No, I don't. I used to do that kind of stuff, but
what happened?
I came to the realization that we're all plunging headlong into
Somebody
death.
Hurt you. Who cares? So that's why you should live. You only have so long, and then you're going to croak.
If you're plunging down an abyss into headlong into death, the idea of grabbing onto another human being just to touch them for a moment on your way seems futile to me. It seems more pathetic than facing it. Just to me, personally. I don't condemn people for doing it, but I like looking, I try to look at life square in the eye, as terrifying as it is, and it is the most terrifying thing there is.
What, being alive?
Yeah.
But
because being alive means dying.
But Norm, that is such a fatalistic way to look at it. There's so much in life that you are denying yourself, and I think that you think you have reasons for it. But if you don't have someone that you can, do you ever cry? Do you cry all by yourself?
You do?
There's no one that you can call. You need a therapist.
Oh, no.
You need to be in therapy. I think somebody broke you. Somebody either hurt you or broke your heart, or you were betrayed by a friend. You don't trust people. You won't let anybody get close to you. You hide it all behind the smiling clown.
No one did anything to me. I was just...
The smiling, somewhat mean-spirited clown.
No one did anything to me. Alone...
You weren't broken when you were born.
Live alone and I'll die alone, just like my father did. And
he didn't. He had kids. At one point, he was married. He
but he
opened
died
himself
alone.
Up for it. Why did he die alone?
Because everyone dies alone.
Where did he die?
All you can hope for is someone watching you die, but I don't really.
Well, you won't have that because you don't have any friends.
No, I don't want to see. I don't want someone to watch me die.
You just said you want your mother to miss her bridge game and come and put her hand on yours.
Well, that's when I'm in a vegetative state in order to stay alive. You know what I mean? Anything to stay alive.
I was confused by you last time you were on here. I was like, what are his motivations?
Well, wouldn't you like to stay alive? Wouldn't you like to live forever?
Not really.
Well, you're only saying that because it's impossible.
Because I know it's impossible. However, I'll tell you something. If a vampire came along right now and could give me immortality, I would totally go for it. Yeah,
absolutely.
Especially with those superhuman strengths that they have. Listen,
plus they're sexy.
I'm taking some calls for you.
Okay.
You ready for this?
Okay.
Chunky, you're on the air with Norm Macdonald, who's at Cobb's all weekend. Go ahead.
Hey, Norm. Listen, man, I don't know when you went Colonel Kurtz and went up the river, but you totally remind me of Marlon Brando when he's in Apocalypse Now. The horror. The horror. I will come and watch you die, Norm. No problem.
Oh, that's so sweet, Chunky. Thank you. Chunky needs friends, too.
I want to say you've made me feel dirty, and I'm all right with that.
All right. Norm, let me ask you something. Seriously, what do you do for fun? Like, name one thing you do for fun.
For fun?
For fun. Like, I'm going to have some fun tonight or today.
I've got nothing to do today. Here's what I'm going to do.
Is it spend money? It's not
golf.
Go shopping. You don't decorate the place. What do you do?
I guess the only thing I do is I like to read sometimes.
You're lying.
I do. That's what I mean. That makes me.
Do you play video games? Do you play cards? Do you?
Solitaire?
I read a lot of Mark Twain.
There's only so much Mark Twain, and
not much actually.
Yeah,
I'm reading letters from Hawaii now, something I'd never read before. But I read stuff that I read a lot of literature. And
do you go to movies?
I reread it a lot. No,
you don't go to movies.
Nah, but I did see a movie. I saw Gran Torino.
And
yeah, that's a good movie.
You liked it?
Yeah.
Did you go alone?
Yeah.
Of course you did. Tim, you're on.
I'm running to the pharmacy right now to fill my antidepressant prescription right now.
No doubt.
Oh, the problem with antidepressants is then you don't face life. I mean, why not just do?
You're not facing. I have a news flash for you. You're not facing life. You're not living your life. You're waiting it out. You are waiting it out, Norm. Norm, you have everything from the outside. You're hilarious. You are a good-looking guy. You're famous. You have beautiful blue eyes. You're Norm Macdonald, and you're shattering my image of you. Like you could be a player. Like you're you could have whatever you want. And clearly you want nothing, and you just want to be depressed. You're depressed.
No, I'm not depressed at all.
Someone.
I'm in no ways depressed. But having nothing and having something are exactly the same thing.
What are you reading, Carlos Castaneda?
I don't know who that is.
Those are some books you should read.
Okay. But all I'm saying is, since eternity, since life is, if you know mathematics, a fraction of infinity is zero, no matter what the fraction is. You know what I'm saying?
No.
You could live 100 years, 1,000 years, 1 billion years. It's all zero if it's on a continuum of eternity. So it doesn't matter what you do or what you don't do.
So why don't you go crazy? Why don't you go effing crazy?
I don't go crazy.
Sounds like you
I don't go crazy because I don't allow myself the
any fun or joy in your life. I forgot about that part.
I don't allow myself the delusions that other people allow themselves. So I know you have to go crazy in some way to survive life, but I try to not do that.
Steve, you're on the air with allegedly not crazy Norm Macdonald.
Full of it. Norm, you're still full of it.
Full of it?
Uh-huh.
I can't believe you guys are going along with this. I mean...
So you don't believe it. You think he's been laid in the last 10 years, and he's got a very full, happy life, and he's just showing us this, like, pretend Norm Macdonald.
He's seen how long he can drag you guys along with this, and you guys are just going along with it.
No, we're not.
This is it.
Yeah.
That is it.
I've been saying it's a bit all along. Aren't you listening?
Well, either way, it's the same.
Oh, my God.
It happens to be true, but it doesn't really matter if it's believed or not.
So you're telling me some little honey comes up to you at the show, and she's like, and she's nice, and she also reads.
I'm not interested in sex.
She loves Mark Twain, and she's like, let's go. And she's not even offering sex. She's not even offering sex.
I mean, a lot of women aren't interested in sex.
She's all, hey, let's, it's late. You want to go have a cup of coffee? I would love to talk to you about that book you mentioned on stage. Mark Twain's my favorite, too.
I think I would talk to some people, but I'm not much interested in small talk.
So let me ask you this about women, though. So you don't even have physical attraction before you get to the point of talking yourself out of it? There's never a moment where you're like, wow, she's really pretty.
Oh,
like,
no,
I think she's hot.
Tap that.
No, I'm not. I think I can see that she's pretty and stuff like that, but I'm far beyond. I'm not a child. I'm not a child.
When you're
you know
home
what I mean?
alone.
If I look at a game of Monopoly, I don't go, I got to play that. If I look at a shiny bead, I don't go, I have to have that and roll it around in my fingers. When as the scriptures say, when you're a boy, you do boys' things, and when you're a man, you.
Men still do it. I don't know if you're.
Well, I know they act like boys, but.
Why is that boyish? That's human. Humans
no, it's
have
child.
that.
It's being a child for your whole life. I know most people are children for their whole life, and it's a way of having fun.
So you think you're more evolved?
No, it's just I don't think I'm more evolved. I just think that I'm not a
just
child.
Macdonald.
I'm not a child.
When you're home,
I'm not the same as I am when I was 5 years old.
When you're home in your squalid, empty apartment, all by yourself, and
it's not squalid.
Whatever
it's
you say, there's nothing in it.
Squalid means filthy. It's aesthetic.
All right, it's empty in your tiny, empty, lightless apartment, lightless and lifeless. So you're in there. You're all alone. No pets, right?
No.
You got nothing.
No.
You go home to the empty apartment and the spider that lives in the corner and its descendants, and you're on the couch, and you're like, you know what? I got nothing else to do, and so I think I'll get myself. What do you think about when you close your eyes? What do you fantasize about? There must be something going on there.
I don't fantasize.
You don't picture some boobs. You don't.
Oh, you mean when
I'm saying what? You must have some
fantasy. You mean
fantasy.
when I masturbate?
When you get yourself. Please don't say that because it's.
Oh.
We're not a news show. We can't even use medical
meant?
terms.
That's what she means.
When you're abusing yourself. Do you drink?
No, I don't drink.
You don't drink or smoke?
No.
Smoke pot?
No, I don't.
Are you on Vicodin?
No. I want to face life foursquare.
Wait, go back to the question.
Okay. So you close your eyes. You're on the couch. You're like, well, I guess it's time. I got nothing else to do. I mean, do you purposely not masturbate? I mean, fantasize? Do you purposely not fantasize so it'll take longer and eat up more of this life that you know is going away soon?
I try to not fantasize. Yeah, you're exactly right. I try not to fantasize because I think that's madness.
What?
Well, pretending that you're doing something.
Don't even pretend. Just picture.
But I mean, that's pretending.
So you don't need any inspiration, and you don't care how long it takes.
No, I don't need inspiration like the evacuation thing. You don't need inspiration for that. It's just a bodily function.
It's been a while, and I still like the way you look at me.
With Norm Macdonald, who's at Cobb's all weekend long.
Hi, Norm. My husband and I really wanted to see you, but I have to tell you, you kind of made us uncomfortable when we saw you in Honolulu. We thought, oh, maybe it's not a good idea. He doesn't like us already.
Tell the story.
Oh.
Tell the story, Brenda.
Wait, so you're in Hawaii and you
Okay,
run
so-
into Norm Macdonald?
No, it was more of a pass-by, and it was pretty clear via eye contact that he was like, please don't talk to me. Please don't even pretend like you recognize me at all. Just let me pass on by with my folks and call it a day. So everything that he's telling you this morning.
I apologize for that.
No, don't apologize. But let me tell them that
I don't usually ever do that.
you don't usually. Well, I mean, it was a layover.
Did you say hello to me or something?
What was that?
Did you say hello or?
I tried to. We smiled at you and everything, and you were coming our direction, and we were going the other way, and you're really shifty-eyed. We made eye contact for quite some time.
Oh.
And my husband was nudging me, and he's like, Norm Macdonald. I'm like, I know. And you know, we didn't want to bother you or anything because we're at the airport. We're in Honolulu. We figured you're on
He's
vacation.
at the airport. I mean, he could have been.
I apologize.
No, there was no one else around, though. It was outdoors, and he was with his folks, and it was just his family and my family. And we really wanted to just say, we love your work, and that's it. But, I mean, just that he made eye contact with us, and he was really shifty-eyed about it, we could tell we're like, okay, he really doesn't want to be bothered right now.
Shifty-eyed almost implies that he's got something to hide.
Yeah,
But
that just might be
He's
his
just a
way.
little bit of an uncomfortable guy. Like
No. People come up to me all the time, and I talk to them endlessly.
Do you really? I wanted to chase after you, but then I didn't want to seem like a crazy fan or anything. We just wanted to shake your hand and say, you know, we've enjoyed your work over the years. And
that's
But at
nice.
the same time, we wanted to respect your space. And I thought maybe I could confirm that there might be some truth to everything you're saying today, even if it is a bit.
All right, thank you, Brenda.
Hey, Brenda. Oh, well, whatever. So you go to Hawaii, though?
Pardon me?
You went to Hawaii
Yes.
recently.
Well, that's fun.
I go to Hawaii every Thanksgiving
Why?
because I take my whole extended family there.
For them.
Yeah. I don't
And
know.
they count on you for that. Do you pay for you foot the bill because you're Norm Macdonald?
Yes, I do. Yeah.
You do.
But you find zero pleasure in that, I'm sure.
Oh, no, he must
well,
like it.
I
That's
find
family
great
time.
pleasure in my son being happy.
Ah.
How old is your son?
He's 10, 15? Something?
You liar! He's 6. He's a 6-year-old. You just about you had sex in the last 10 years.
No, my son's 16 years old. He's 6. No, he's 16 years
He's
old.
16. So is he a confidant? Do you call him and do you ever share personal trials and tribulations and triumphs?
I would never do that to a child.
He's 16.
Well, I mean,
As you have said, he can't be a child forever. When are you going to put the hard realities of life on him?
well, that's an interesting question. That is an interesting question because I actually have love for my son.
Yes.
Like deep,
Of course.
deep love.
He's your son.
And so I don't want to damage him with
The way you were damaged.
With the harsh
I wasn't
realities.
damaged. Oh no, I had a great.
No,
but
you're
I
broken.
don't want to damage him with any viewpoints I may have because he's not ready yet for reality. I think.
And then it's about to go down. We're here to stay and run this town. Bring in the heat, bring in the energy. We're the queens of the festival, can't you see? We're the queens of the festival, here to rule the stage. Dropping beats and make your body engage. From sunrise to sunset, we're taking it all. We're the festival queens standing tall. Ooh, yeah, ooh. From dawn till dusk, we command the crowd's gaze. Every beat, every rhyme sets our souls ablaze. With swagger and style, we own this domain. In the realm of music, we reign supreme, no chain. Feel Feel the rhythm pulsating through your veins. Our verses ignite, fire never wane. With each lyric we spit, each move we make, we carve our legacy, leaving jaws to quake. We're the queens of the festival, here to rule the stage. Dropping beats and make your body engage. From sunrise to sunset, we're taking it all. We're the festival queens standing tall. Ooh, I get it. Ooh. No crown needed, our all's the crown jewel in the kingdom of sound. We never play the fool with beats as our scepters and rhymes as our decree. We're the sovereigns of rhythm for all to see. So bow down to the queens as we own the night. In the kingdom of music, we're the guiding light. From the first note to the last, we'll always be the festival queens, forever wild and free.
Children aren't ready for reality for a while. But I do tell them that education is pointless and things like that.
What does his mother say?
She thinks that he should go to college and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He should.
And you're
Not
like,
everyone can grow up
don't
and be a
waste your money.
comedian.
Yeah, I'm saying it's just arbitrary nonsense. You know, it's. I tell him even the classes he takes now, it's just ridiculous. You know, that algebra has no meaning and none of this stuff.
Unless he becomes an engineer.
Well, unless he becomes.
Do you have no hope for this child?
Unless he becomes a math teacher, math professor. But I mean, you know, you think it's a coincidence that they have 6 subjects out of 10 billion that they teach in school?
And then
That's
you
just
pick one of the 10 billion to focus on.
No, you have to.
You
they
need
don't
basic
teach you 10
math.
billion.
You need basic language. It's lovely when the school has art or music, which none of them do anymore. A little PE to keep us from getting fat. I mean, come on.
Yeah. No, they have
a little
some good
science,
ones.
some
They
of the
have some
basic
good
science stuff. Sure they do. Of course they do.
No, I tell him if he wants to go to college, he should have a goal, you know, to be.
He can't. He's 16. No kid at 16 has a goal. Their goal is like to be a rock star.
Or have sex.
Well,
right. I mean, that's actually the goal.
Does he want to have sex? Or did you tell him, don't bother with that? There's nothing for you in that. It's just repetitive. It's over and over. Same thing.
Discuss something like that with him. I hold him in too high esteem to discuss it.
We're super short on time. I've already missed my traffic thing. I'm fascinated. I don't know whether to slap you or hug you. Like, seriously, I feel like someone needs to shake you and knock some sense into you. We are going to take a short break.
Or maybe you.
What?
Maybe you.
Knock sense into me? No, I'm doing fine. I'm good over here.
Oh, me too.
No, you're not. I'm telling you. I know from broken people, Norm Macdonald.